Hello, 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 hello. こんのあ、こんのあ. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. 2 minutes late, but I'm like, good morning. How are you? Hello, welcome in. How are y'all today? How is everybody? Did you have a good night? A good day? こんのは, I had a good morning. It was a good morning. Ooh, so nice. Nice. It was a good day. Good, yeah. It is TGIF for me, so that makes me happy. こんのは. こんにちは。今日もきそう。頑張りましょう。頑張りましょう。そう。もう花金って言うの？あれ古い？花金も英語だと TGIF って言うんだけど、どう？ Is TGIF old? Do we still say that? TGIF. It used to be a thing. I don't know if it's a thing anymore. そう、花金は言う？言わないよね、多分。It's old. やっぱり TGIF も古いだって。まあ。It's okay. So what do we say now? Just yay? Yay Friday? Yay. Woohoo, Friday. So Friday for me means yes, hello Gwen. Gwen is here. Friday for me means that tomorrow we have a baseball stream. And today we have a rambly zatsudan. Just chatting. I want to talk about aliens. Lord, give us the strength to wake up on Monday. Okay, yeah. やっぱり。そう。Yeah, I want to talk about aliens. Aliens. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to wait a minute. We're going to ease into that. So this week, what did I accomplish this week? I made emotes for Discord. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I shall abuse those. You will be tired of seeing them. What else did I do? You did. They're cute. Yay! Yeah, and I'm gonna use them into the ground. Nyan. こんのは. So I will use them into the ground. So みんな知ってたのかな？ Discord ありますよ、一応。Discord って知ってますか？なんか、Kuju! You're here! Did you wash the dishes? You influenced me into buying beef jerky. Beef jerky, yo, beef jerky. We can cut it or chew it or beat it. Beef jerky, yo, beef jerky. There's no possible way we can eat it. That was in a play that we did in like 4th grade. What kind of beef jerky? Is it peppered? Is it teriyaki? What kind of beef jerky? Deep cut. Eat it. Well, I tried to smuggle beef jerky into my suitcase on the way out of the States, and they took it. Apparently, you can't take meat products out of the country. Regular. I hadn't had any in a while, so I went traditional. Okay, is it in the red bag? My dishes are not washed. Also bullying. No. It was a friendly reminder. There was no bullying. A friendly reminder. Heavily regulated. Yep. I was like heartbroken when they just said, you can't have this. You can't take this. I mean, to be fair, it was like alligator jerky. But, you know. New brand to me, Old Trapper. Someone told me to try it. Pretty good. Old Trapper. I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. I don't know Old Trapper. I know what is the one in the red bag? Old Trapper beef jerky. Oh, yum. that looks good. Ooh, they have peppered, hot and spicy, teriyaki. Ah, there's Discord. Jack Links, yeah, that one. みんな、よかったら Discord 入ったらどう？ちゃんと翻訳してくるボットあるはず。使い方かわかんないけど、はず。そうそう、Jack Links. Yeah, but okay, so there's this, it's like a specialty beef jerky shop that's close to my hometown. And they have like all sorts of strange animal beef jerky. And I thought it would be, you know, a nice present to bring back home here to Japan with me. However, yeah, they took it. It was this terrible sad day. I was afraid they were going to take my water bottle, and that would have been even sadder. Because I'm the idiot that went home and spent $40 on a giant water bottle. Yeah. That's me. Hello. So, I do use the water bottle every day, though. I like different animal jerky. Yeah, so I thought it would be cool, you know, to bring back, you know, gator jerky. It's so tasty for how frequently I actually get to eat it. My... So, exactly, Jelly, exactly. It was a sad day. But I did secretly smuggle in jalapeno seeds, and I don't know if I should be saying that on live stream, but I did. I have a jalapeno plant on my balcony now because yeah, okay, so here, yeah, it is easy to buy a giant bottle of water in Japan. However, this is one of those Owala ones, and it's got a flippy lid, and it's big, and I can put all my water in it, and it's big. We don't like, okay, here the water bottles, like the you know, the, what is this called? What is this? Not aluminum, tin, no. Whatever the water bottles are made out of. They're tiny. They're tiny here. I need a lot of water. I talk a lot. Not just on stream either. Like, you know, my job is talking. So I tend to, you know, talk a lot. They are tiny, I know. I told you. It's like half the size. I think this is 40 ounces. Also got a giant Stanley that I regret paying that much for. Yeah, exactly. They are good. They keep things cold, but like 16 ounces, you're going to be refilling it, you know. 64. Nice. Yeah, this water bottle could be used as a weapon. Dead serious. Definitely could. Especially when it's got ice in it too. I tend to put ice in my drinks, even in the winter. I think we've talked about that before. 私、冬でも氷派です。なんか普通の水、お冷や飲めない。氷入れたら。So Noah is one of those cats that just goes to the gym with 1 gallon water jug. I mean, the milk jug. Ice water is best water. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Like, I don't. Hot chocolate with ice must go insane. Oh, I can puff my cheeks out. I look like a hamster. I've squirreled away a nut. You see, I tend to prefer water with the ice. Water with ice. You know, not, I don't know. I do put ice in my coffee, though. Okay, to have iced coffee, there's the thing you have to do. To have iced coffee, you have to make the coffee stronger. Like, you can't just make regular coffee and chunk some ice in it, because if you do, it'll be too watery. There's a balance. You have to strike a balance. It's all about harmony. It's all about harmony. Though I do like strong coffee, though. Are you guys coffee? Y'all are tea people, right? Or both? Mostly tea people? I'm definitely a coffee. The problem, okay, Let me try to speak in a cohesive sentence. let me try to string my words together cohesively. Okay. See, y'all are tea people. I am a coffee person. Only cold brew. Ow. Okay, yeah, cold brew is good. I like a strong coffee. I'm talking, give me some of that cowboy brew. No, okay, so about the cheek thing. That it happens when I try to take a drink. So cohesively. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so when I try to take a drink like this, my cheeks puff out. So you can always tell when I'm taking a drink of something because my cheeks are gonna puff out. It is what it is. Hold on. Oh, my coffee is too hot to drink, so I will not be drinking that right now. Today, though, I am drinking. Okay, so my drinks of today. I love models that show little things like that. Yeah. And also, when I talk and when I get to like a point, when I'm trying to make a point, I like squint my eyes like this. Like I'm like really emphasizing the point. And this one totally calls me out on that too. The mouth just doesn't sync with the mic, you know? Everything else, absolutely, you'll know what I'm doing. Well, anyway, my tea today. So today I have coffee. I am caffeinated out. Yes, caffeine. Yes. I have green tea that is flavored with cherry blossoms, and it's very lovely. So lovely because it's that season almost, you know. And then I have out the wazoo. Yes, that is a saying. That is a place. Then I have my coffee. Then I have wawa. I do have water. We're caffeinated. Ready to go. Let's see how many miles per hour I can talk. It's a lot. And I already said we're going to talk about aliens. Did you see the thumbnail? There's aliens in the thumbnail. No snacks? No. No snacks today. I have that jelly stuff. God, when? Oh, God. Okay, see, and when I eat the jelly stuff, my tongue comes out. I don't know. I'm not licking anything. I'm not being suggestive. I'm eating the... God, it sounds worse when I say it out loud. The throat syrup jelly stuff. That JoJo give little. You guys. I posted it in Discord, and I told you. Wildly inappropriate cackling. But to be fair, that particular scene wasn't him, was it? Like he was possessed by something, right? And that's what happened. It wasn't him. What was that? カッキョインがさ、レロレロレロレロレロレロレロレロって言った時にさ、なんかカッキョインじゃなかったんですよね。そう、スタンド使いでしたよね。誰だったっけ？Yellow Soul. Hey, Magnus. I can't even say it. It wasn't like real Kakyoin. It was like somebody else. Was it? What was his? Hold on, I'm googling it. カキョイン。I can't even spell his name. カキョインレロレロ。God. Like all you have to do is Google カキョインレロレロ and it just comes up. Oh God, it's so graphic. Jeez. Jesus. It's a fun day at the recording booth. Yeah. It happened twice. The real one did it. And okay. And then the fake one did it. Gotcha. It was twice. The one with that's like the guy that's not him. It's incredibly graphic. Goodness gracious. Clutch my pearls. Nah, but that's my favorite season of JoJo. Season 3. Stardust Crusaders. It's because Iggy's the best. Iggy is the best boy. I like how he gets cuter. Like, the nicer Iggy gets, the cuter he gets. You know? That's my dog. Now, I don't know. I always like, especially in shows like JoJo or like in Fate. I'll try to remember it's because of it is Iggy. Iggy is he's the dude. Maybe I need him on my desk instead of Gwen. So, like, that's shows like JoJo or Fate, you know, where the characters tend to not live until the end. I cry a lot. I just end up, you know, completely. He looks so much like a Boston Terrier. Iggy, yeah, I don't know. Well, he starts out looking like a little gremlin, and then he turns into a cute little doggo. You know, him and his coffee gum. Oh, I get it. I have a coffee addiction too. Maybe not gum, but you know. Yeah, no, that season is just great though. So I made the mistake. Okay, I don't know if it's a mistake. I hated a comic I killed. 10 out of 10 made Cyberpunk feel like child's play. Oh, I cried with your lane, April. Yeah. Hey, boys. Uh-oh, boys. Oh, not that one. I'm not mad. You can have this head instead. Hello. Welcome in. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah. Did you at least get paid for your overtime? I hope. It wasn't like service overtime. I sincerely hope you got paid for it. We're talking about JoJo. And yeah, I tear up in like every episode of. Oh, me too! Stop being me! Me too. I even tear up when there's nothing to tear up about, because then I think about how freelance she's going to be all alone at the end when Fern and Stark finally pass, because that's how it happens, and she's going to be all alone again. Anyway. Yes, you do need to watch. It's so good. It's so good. It hits me, and she's going to realize that at some point. Exactly. And like nothing, like it could be a funny scene. Nothing is happening. And when I remember that, then I cry. Every time. Every time. God, that show is so good. It reminds me a lot, like as far as sentimentality goes, it reminds me a lot of Violet Evergarden. You know, that was another one that I cried through the whole thing. The fate of elves. Exactly. なんだったっけ、江戸前エルフだったっけ、もう同じだった。江戸前エルフ。そう。あ、そう。江戸前エルフ。Do you know that one? 江戸前 elf? Wait, what was it called in English? 英語。オタク elf. In English. Yeah. It's like the elf shrine maiden, and she like has been with the same family for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and she always gets really close with the family, and then the inevitable happens because humans be doing what they do. Yeah, and she ends up by herself. So what she does is she ends up being a shut-in. I have to take it as radio. Now I need to cook my own. It's okay. Thank you for being here. What you cooking? I would like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, please. Anyway, she it starts to get to her that, every time she gets close to somebody, they do what humans do. And so she becomes a shut-in. And she becomes, it's like the gag is that she's like a hikikomori otaku. But it's really actually sad, because the reason she's a shut-in is because she always gets, left behind. It's sad. It's sad, man. I don't know. I always love both sides of that trope. The jaded version who has no more emotion to give after centuries, and the others who value every moment because they know it's fleeting. But if you live as long as elves and the lives of people are so short, can you really form strong connections? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think you could. I think you could because, hey, think of it like this. Like, and not that humans are well, I guess humans are animals, but not that humans are dogs, but you love your dog or your hamster, you know. Maybe it's the same thing. I think you can. I think you can. I don't know. Would I want to be an elf? Like, here's the thing. Would you rather, like, live forever, right? Like, live forever, like, be eternally young forever, but know that everything that you love will eventually leave you and, you know, you'll have to start over or you'll just be alone? Or would you rather not? I don't know. Like, if the trade-off for living forever is knowing that, you know, everything you love is going to change or going to leave or you're going to be by yourself. People do make bonds with pets that have a life expectancy of 5 or so years. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did. Would you rather live forever or die tomorrow? Live forever. Yeah, option 1, same. So much to see. Exactly. Like, think of all of the knowledge you would have. I would cram all of the knowledge into my brain. All of it. I would learn everything. Everything. I love learning. I love learning about new stuff. I love learning new languages. I love learning. So, you know, if I could learn more, if I had all of the time in the world to learn something, I would. Definitely. I don't know, though. It would be incredibly lonely. I think. I don't know. Ponder. She learned. I do, though. Knowledge is power, and that is not just like a TV trope. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you know. Because Noa, she would learn every spell. Exactly. I would just be Frieden. Frieden. Call me Frieden. Noa, then. I would learn all the languages. Saludos, people. I am alive. Well, that's good. That's good. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. Oh, I know now. I take a lot of philosophy classes for some reason. See? There you go. That was my favorite group. And so we're good. We good. We're talking about. I don't know. Somehow we've been here 20 minutes and we've honed in on the importance of life. I don't know. Still bad at debating. Just carrying over your case everywhere. Well, yeah. You know. I'm suffering. Save me. Do you need a little microphone in your ear? I'm still awake. Just finished eating dinner. Yay! Did you have work today, Nathan? I'm gonna save you with the power of coffee. Coffee saves everybody. Coffee is the true unsung hero. Unsung, I will sing its praises. Coffee, 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 coffee. We love coffee. We love coffee. I love coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee is good. Coffee, 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 coffee. I could probably keep going. Absolutely keep going. I don't know. Would I... If I could live for... Bro, I can only think of you as Patrick when you asked me. I immediately thought of Patrick talking to SpongeBob with that thing in his ear and the big cowboy hat. Hey! Hey, wait a minute. I'm smarter than Patrick. Maybe sometimes. But I could be the little microphone in your ear telling you the answers. Or not the answers, but like, you know, helping you debate. Because opinions will not win a debate. You need facts. You knew you have all the time in the world to solve your problems. Would you have a less stressful time? Probably. But here, if you had all of the time in the world to solve all of your problems, I don't know if that would help necessarily relieve your anxiety about the problems. because you would still have the problems. You just knew you had a lot of time to solve them in, which thus gives you more time to be anxious about them. So I don't know. Life is a comic book, badly written, and sometimes it is fun. True. Copycat. Copy. If I had all the time in the world to solve my problems, you know how lazy I'd be? Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I had all the time in the world to solve my problems, I would just be more anxious. You know, because your problems can't actually go anywhere. You know, you're gonna have to face them head on eventually. But if I knew I didn't have to do it like in a timely fashion, then I would just sit and be stressed out, rocking in a corner. Just rocking a corner. You know, yeah, I don't know. The anxiety is not helped by the amount of caffeine that I intake, but you know, whatever. Whatever gets me going. I guess it depends on the problem. Fair. That's no where you should find a way to stress. I really would. I really would. I'm a professional stressor. Is that a thing? Can that be a thing? A professional stressor? I am a ball of anxiety. I'm sorry, would you rather everything go exactly how it'll go, or everything go exactly the opposite of the way you think it would? Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Give me a second to think about that. Discuss amongst yourselves. Hold on. Would you rather everything go exactly how you think it'll go, or everything go, that is some Alice in the Wonderland. Alice through the looking glass, she's fallen into the hole and chasing the rabbit. Because, what is it? Everything, hold on, what is that Lewis Carroll quote? Everything, Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, everything, here we go. If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is because everything would be what it isn't. And contrary-wise, what it is, it wouldn't be. And what it wouldn't be, it would. You see? Straight Alice. Straight Alice. I always make plans for everything to go wrong anyway. Oh, so you have like a backup plan? If you know everything will go exactly as you think, then you feel no thrill. True. Yeah, Alice is wild, man. Like the book is wild. It is wild. It is Wonderland is just opposite land. So nothing would be what it is because everything would be what it isn't. Wasn't Lewis Carroll a mathematician? Hold on. Lewis Carroll. English author and poet. Yes, he was a mathematician. So that figures heavily into his literature because, you know, math stuff be doing some stuff. Quote that. Math be doing some stuff. You know, of Murphy's Law. Exactly. Everything that can go wrong will inevitably go wrong. Yeah. That's the way. I mean, you know. I don't know. Like, I'm a planner too, though. Definitely. I'd find a way to stress. Like, even if... Okay, so if you could see the future, would you want to see the future? If you could. If you knew exactly what was going to happen, you know, tomorrow, a minute from now, 10 years from now, whatever. If you could see the future, would you want to see it? Because that is a double-edged sword, because that means that you would see how you die, how your loved ones die, how the world ends, basically. If you could see the future, there's no like caveat on what you can't see. You know? There's no caveat on what, like, there's no like, you can see into the future, but you can only see to it until the end of your life. Like, if you could see into the future, like, permanently, indefinitely, you know? I think I would like to see the future, but then I would be too stressed about everything. Dude, yeah, same, totally. Because you would know all of the things, you know? Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Okay, wait, no, I take it back. I said there were no caveats, but the caveat is you can see into the future, but you can't do anything to change it. You can't, because it's the butterfly effect. It's the butterfly effect, right? Because you know in your mind, you saw the future, you know this thing will happen. It doesn't matter what you do because it will cause that thing to happen. Do you see? So it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if you say, okay, well, if I do this, then I can stop this from happening, because inevitably by doing that thing, you're going to cause it to happen because that was the future. Right. All the thing, the opposite. That's so depressing because all the things you know about, but don't actually get to see or experience. I see. So you just want to experience it all. So you would like to be Frieden. Fair. But yeah, that's so Raven. That's what she did, right? That was her thing. Yeah, I don't know. What if you change the future and now we all see the new Oh. But in the futures, others can be interesting. No, that's true. That's true. Okay, so would you rather see the future or be able to travel back into the past? And see, the thing about traveling back into the past is you have to go with your current, you would choose to see the future. Okay, see the future? Yeah. So if you traveled back into the past, okay, then you have to go as you are now. As you are now. So with your current knowledge, with your current skill set, with your current vocabulary. You know, you have to go, you know, exactly how you are. So there's a good chance, like there's how many years? We talked about this briefly yesterday, you know, like how many years could you actually go back and still communicate? In English, I would say, what is it, 2026 now? You might be able to travel back to the beginning of the 1900s. You might be. But as soon as you start to use slang, you're going to lose everybody. If you travel back any further than that, it's just, you know, different. So yeah, Gabriel, if you traveled to the past, you're afraid you might lose your family. Yeah, that's true. So I can't go back far as an African American. If you got rid of slang, you might could. Is the one? Do I have the? Can I have 2024 and then 2020? Yeah, no, I think it would be one trip. It would have to be one trip, right? Because that would ultimately, yeah, I guess either way is a cheat, huh? I don't know. Should we put a rule on it? Yeah, I don't know. I say one trip. I say one trip. You get one time. You get one trip there and one trip back. Should you choose it? So you can't stop off in the middle. So you have to pick your destination time and then you have to return back to the present should you choose to. Now you have the option to not. Time travel is something I don't mess with, but oh, back is interesting. Yeah. Alternate timeline. Okay. So you want to be truck-cooned into an isekai? I'll go. I was trying to draft the perfect power balance in her fanfic. Okay, what about? I'm so down. Listen, seeing, or just imagining the other line. Oh, you know, I would love to go into an isekai now. However, knowing my luck, I would be the one that ended up as the vending machine. Like, I would get truck-cooned into the isekai. Lurking now. Go wash your dishes. I would be truck-cooned into the isekai, and I would turn up as a freaking vending machine. That would be me. Okay, so you just want to see it all. Is that the thing? Across path. Oh, okay. I don't know. I think, yeah. I can't English. Yeah, I struggle with that as well. Hey, Gabriel and Nathan, Spanish-speaking dudes, how far back do you think you could travel in time and still have understandable Spanish? Is it the same as English? Like it's not maybe 100 years? Realistically, we go back only for my... Yep, I hear you. I wouldn't want to shake history too much, but your boy coming back, a billionaire. True. Same. Pretty much. So it depends on the area. Oh. So do you think... Okay, so you guys probably speak different... Mexico. Okay, yeah. You guys probably speak different dialects, maybe. Maybe? I see. Magnus is 1500s. Is that for Spanish, Magnus? Like Spain Spanish or like South American Spanish? Now, I can understand only English. Yeah, fair. That's fair. Ayano JK, hello, welcome in. Yes, for Spanish. Ho. Is that... Can I ask you what dialect of Spanish? What area of Spanish? Mexico, we had like pre-Hispanic cultures and some of those had their own tongues. Yeah, fair. That's what I was thinking. Like it's probably like, like if you got yeeted back into, you know, I can barely understand English. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. And because of that being back in time. Oh, I see. Caribbean Spanish. Okay. Interesting. So I would wager for English, like American English in particular, you could be able to go back to the start of the 1900s and not feel weird. Depending on the area, the Spanish there is somewhat influenced by a dialect. I'm a Japanese high school student. Oh, okay. Hello. But in the Spanish... Okay. It's pretty much the same. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Actually, I studied a lot of Middle English in college. Middle English, early modern English, and even, I guess you could say like... Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I've studied a lot of English, like a lot of English, and not only do the actual words change through time, through history, the alphabet changes. And that's just looking at like the semantics of it, like the letters change, the words change, the way we form sentences changes, the sounds of the letters change because you add and take away bits of the alphabet. And then on top of that, you get into the, the slang changes. The history of the time influences the way that people talk. So for example, if you did travel back in time 500 years as an English speaker, you wouldn't be able to communicate with anybody because not only is the language a totally different thing, they, you're not from that historical period in time, Okay, wait a second. If we go back in time, can we, who we were, are we stuck in the same place, standing, sitting, laying, and right now? I think you would you would probably, yeah, you might be in the same position. You might be, unless you used like some sort of machine to travel back, like ye old was secretly the old this whole time. Exactly like that. How far back in time can Gen Alpha go before they can no longer communicate? Oh man, 5 years? I don't know. I can tell you that there is fresa as strawberry and also fresa as a person. Oh, interesting. Here's people, foreign people. We are in Japan. I'm in Japan. 私東京に住んでます。東京にいます。日本語もできますので、ぜひ。なんかみんな、それぞれ。We are on the air. We are in your internets. We are in the walls. I'm in your computer. I'm in your computer. I'm in your computer. びっくりした。うん、だから日本語でコメントを入れたら私頑張って返事しますけど、読めるんだったらな。そう。今タイムスリップの話してるんだけど、じゃあ日本人の意見も聞きます。日本人としてどれぐらいタイムスリップできるの？なんか今の日本語は通じるまで何年？どう思う？結構日本語も変わってるんですよね。例えば江戸時代までタイムスリップしたらどう？コミュニケーション取れる？むしろさ、テキストとかを読める？むずいっしょ？ So I'm asking just for a Japanese opinion, like how far back can you go in like as a Japanese person and still be able to speak Japanese and be understood or not be understood? Or how could you read? How far back could you go and still be able to read? Because Japanese changes too. I think in Sida Juarez they used to call fresas Ashleys. Oh my gosh, that's funny. 30年、バブル前くらいかな。なるほどね。いや、30年前くらいかな。例えば、ほら、江戸時代とかにタイムスリップしたら、ほら、よくあるアニメ設定じゃない？それ、どう思う？So they're saying like maybe 30 years ago they wouldn't want to go past, like the 80s, like live further back than the 80s. So, or wait, no, how long ago were the 80s? That was the 90s. 30 years ago was with the 90s. What is time? So, I'm curious. I'm so curious because like, 時代は怖い。The Edo period's scary. 確かに。どうなるの？なんか本当にタイムスリップしたら殺されるのかな？なんか、アメリカ人はね、よくなんか魔女とかって言われたじゃん。30 years ago was the 70s. True. The language is the thing that changes a lot, and from what I've seen, it's faster and faster because exactly, yes, I agree with you, Gabriel, 100%. And also, another thing that's made it faster and faster is the internet. Language changes so quickly now because of the internet, and different languages in different cultures are accessible to more people because of the internet. Absolutely. It is the information age, isn't it? No, I really think like now we have things like YouTube, TikTok, fast, short, things like that. So, 確かに。The information is too bad or evil. Well, I don't know. I would personally, if I could choose between time travel or isekai, I think I would choose isekai. いや、どっちがいいだろう。タイムスリップか異世界。でも異世界の場合だったら、なんか向こうの世界わかんないじゃん。言語通じるかどうかわかんないじゃん。なんか人間っぽいかどうかわかんないじゃん。ほら、転生して自販機とかっていうアニメとかあるんじゃないですか。私、運が悪いから絶対転生して私、自販機とか、なんだろう、石とか。Normative isekai or power? And are you OP? No, see, I think 異世界よりはタイムスリップかな。確かに。だって異世界ってさ、なんだろう。可能性がありすぎ。マジで私、異世界、なんだろう。転生して私、マジで石になりそう。I said like, there's too many variables with like isekai, Like if I end up getting yeeted into another, isekai, I would probably end up being a rock. What about isekai, but being reborn with the power to time travel? Okay, in the isekai? I mean, okay, so if you... No one will destroy you, not gonna lie. Well, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't decide. Yeah, I need certain isekai assurances. Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna... Like, I don't want to, you know... I'm telling you, I would end up as a rock. Knowing my luck, I would end up as a rock or a piece of dirt. Yeah, no, it is really good. You know, absolutely, Magnus, it is really good. That is really good. However, it's, you know, would you want to be a vending machine? I don't know. I can't decide. But more than that, more than any of this, I want to talk about aliens today. We're going to talk about aliens. We're going to topic hop to aliens. ありがとうございます。ぜひぜひ。毎回こんな感じ。毎回こんな感じですよ。でも、レトロゲーとかやってます。今日は雑談だけだけど。普段、まあ、ゼルダとか、もう本当に古いゲームやってるけど、もう本当難しい。足下手。ポンコツのポン。Okay. You're gonna get robbed. I would want to play aliens. For the vending machine to the pig isekai. True. That's true. Okay, aliens, they definitely exist, right? Yeah, I think so. Aliens, I'm not a space cat. うますぎる。いや、そんなことないよ。まだ勉強が足りない。そう、今宇宙人の話してるんだけど、いる？いない？どう思う？ I think aliens exist, absolutely. And I think that aliens, you've heard of, hold on, let me pull up my notes. I made notes for this. Hold on. It is called the Fermi Paradox. The Fermi Paradox. That perhaps alien life is already here and just concealing themselves, or, you know, unacknowledged. You know, that they've already made contact and they just don't want to talk to us because, you know, I guess it'd be kind of like for them, because our civilization level is so low. 宇宙人がいないと思いたいけど、多分いるよね。Bye Gabriel, have a good one. It's hard to imagine the whole universe is just for us. True. That's what I like to think. 英語勉強中？英語で話してほしい？英語勉強中だったら英語で話しましょう。So aliens have noticed us, but they are so advanced that they hide from us and just watch us. I think so. And is that the dark forest theory? Like, hold on. I have researched this and I have feelings on this, because it would be kind of like, because humans at this point are basically, you know, we're still killing each other for money. We're still starting wars. We're still doing all of these terrible, terrible things. I just really think that aliens, if they can travel through the cosmos... 英語聞き取りむず、なるほどな。聞き取りむずすぎる。まあね。そうだね。Yeah, but if aliens could travel through the cosmos, you know, the ant farm theory, exactly. I just really think they don't want anything to do with us because we're still killing each other. Sometimes I think maybe the aliens are in their equivalent of our caveman times. Oh, and so it would be opposite. So yeah, so they're in their caveman times and we just haven't discovered them yet because they're still, you know, hunter-gatherers or whatnot. That's true. The ant farm theory, I kind of, yeah, I think, so, okay, it would be like this. If you walked into a zoo, you wouldn't try to become friends with the elephants. You know? You can't become friends with the elephants because not only can you not communicate, but we're not on the same level. 英語は打ったのに時間かかっちゃうよね。ああ、確かに。いいよ。日本語で大丈夫。なんだけどこれ訳せるかどうかわからないけど、頑張って訳す。そう。Like I kind of think, I don't know. Like it would be difficult to become friends with the elephants. That's all I'm saying. There are also theories that there is a certain stage of civilizations that always results in a collapse before interstellar travel is possible. Okay, all right. The universe is so big and so old that it's hard to believe that we are the only ones and that we are the first ones. True. I agree with that. I think it would be incredibly foolish to think that we are the only, life out there. Now that doesn't mean that if there are aliens, that doesn't mean that they're humanoid.違う。あれこれ違う。これはね、これはグエン・ステファニーっていう人なんですけど、どうやって説明したらいい？私じゃない。それ私じゃない。They want to know if this picture is me. It's not me. It's Gwen Stefani. どうやって説明するのかしら。How do I explain Gwen Stefani? Is it even considered advanced life? Like, are we counting cellular life? Exactly. I think that is something that we should not count out. 推しじゃない。なんて言ったらいいのかな。ギャグそう、人気歌手なんだけど、その歌手の曲が頭から離れなくて、ここにマスコット的冗談です。アメリカンジョーク。ごめん、説明下手。でも私じゃない。What about ancient aliens? Mascot. Yeah, she's the mascot. Just a popular song creator, yes. But as Gwen... True. あるあるやな。そう。ドンキーコングって知ってる？スーファミのめっちゃ古いやつ。スーファミのバナナとかいっぱいあるじゃないですか。その歌手の曲がなんかバナナが出てくるから、そこからいやもうむずい。とりあえずジョーク。私もバナナになれるんですけど。そういうゲームやるのね。レトロゲームが大好き。Gwen is Noah's power shore. It's true. もうなんかね、I should probably make a video that explains why Gwen Stefani is sitting on my desk. I probably should, but I can't bring myself to explain it. Anyway, no, as far as なんだろうね、aliens どうしよう。いると思うよ。I think. Lore lost time. やな。ちょっと待って、wait. I wanted to talk about the dark forest theory. Don't distract me. Hold on. I've lost my tab. No. Wait. Time out. Dark forest theory. Okay. The dark forest theory says that the universe is silent, that we haven't ran into aliens because advanced civilizations hide to avoid destruction by others, thus making the cosmos, a dark forest where revealing one's presence is fatal. How many tabs? Today, not so many, because the more tabs I have open, the laggier my model gets. So I'm trying to, not, have so many tabs open. So there's this thing about going along with the dark forest theory that's talking about civilization levels. I see. We all believe that there are cow aliens that abduct cows because they believe that they're returning. Exactly. So we either aren't discovered or haven't advanced enough to be squished. Yeah. Yeah. So have you heard of the Kardashev scale? The Kardashev scale. So it's talking about, it puts civilization levels into types, type 1, type 2, type 3. And it's basically like how much a civilization can, it's energy consumption. So a type 1 civilization would be able to harvest the planet's energy. Like, the planet Earth. We would be able to use the planet Earth as an energy source. Yes. That's the one. And then type 2 would be able to harness a star's energy. So have you seen a picture of a Dyson sphere, like around the sun? Like we would be able to harvest the sun's. We need fission to get to type 1. Yes, exactly. We're not there yet. And then type 3 would be able to harvest the galaxy's energy. It's difficult to even imagine, actually harvesting or harnessing the planet's energy, just planet Earth's energy, is difficult to imagine. So type 0 is classified as a subplanetary civilization, uses primitive energy sources like dead plants and animals, aka fossil fuels, to obtain energy. So current human civilization is sitting at, according to this, it says about a 0.72. Yeah. 0.8. Close enough. Yeah. So, so we're dumb. It's not that we're dumb, we're just, I guess if you tried to compare us to space traveling aliens, yeah, basically we haven't even hit type 1 and we've already got crazy taxes and payments and stuff. Yeah. That's how it goes. I'll be paying student loans till I die. Basically. Yeah. So, yeah, we're a younger civilization, I guess you could say. So why would the aliens bother with us? Literally. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, it would be like walking into a zoo and trying to befriend the elephants. It's just not possible. That's, just my opinion. I mean, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but I don't know. I was going down rabbit holes, and I like to go down rabbit holes, and this is one of the rabbit holes I discovered, so I was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about all this stuff. It's so interesting, though, because a lot of the, science fiction anime, what are the needs for all that harvested energy? Autonomous robots, AI, Gundam. Maybe. Gundam. I shall befriend an elephant out of spite. Go for it. Do it. I triple dog dare you. Gundam, yeah, exactly. So we, what level would the Gundam world, what level, civilization level would that, they're still, are they, just like we are not supposed to interview with penguins while observing them. Exactly. They're probably not supposed to show themselves to us. Exactly. That's what I think. Probably gonna lose some people over this little chat today, but it's okay. But if you'll notice on my, I think Voltron before Gundam, yeah, probably something like that. But as long as we don't get into Ava's, that's fine. Ava's is a little, harvesting souls to create, machine weapons is not. Yeah, let's not do that. But if you'll notice on my thumbnail, I up in the top right hand corner, I included an alien abducting a cat. It popped up. I googled alien clip art, and there it was. Should I be scared? Should I be afraid? Sounds like the gods in Isekai, they are not allowed to interfere with the human realm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Cat alien. I'm not an alien. I'm not. I'm from virtual Texas. It's true. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I like going down weird science fiction rabbit holes. I think it's fun. It's just one of those things that I want to learn more about. And it's fun to speculate, you know, like what if? Because that astronaut that was headed asteroid that was headed like into our solar system from like a, what do they call it? Like a foreign solar system? What was it called? The one that was supposed to arrive in or around November of last year. And like this one Harvard scientist pipes in and was like, it could be aliens. And like, but what if? Like the likelihood of that actually being true were very slim, but what if? You know? Would the world's governments tell us? No, probably not. I don't know. Like, I think they would tell us when it was no longer, like when we couldn't ignore it, you know? If you look up in the sky and you see something, very large something, you know, it's kind of like that movie, what is it, Don't Look Up? On Netflix? Like the giant asteroid is heading to the Earth and the government didn't want to tell the people about it until like days before it hits. Like that. It was like, you know, what was it, like life-ending catastrophic asteroid is barreling straight towards the Earth and the governments of the world are like, no, they don't need to know. They don't need to know. I'm on the fence about that. Like, do they need to know? Did they need to know? Would I want to know? Probably. Would you want to know? If there was a giant asteroid heading towards the Earth, it would cause panic. Exactly. That's what they said. It would cause panic, and we don't need to, you know, cause widespread panic. People are gonna find out eventually because we're all gonna die, you know. And when you look up in the sky, all you can see is a giant asteroid barreling towards the planet. You know, I think I'd want to know too. I think I would want to know too. But I don't know. Yeah, they were saying it would cause panic. That's a really cool movie. Well, it's kind of frustrating. It doesn't have a happy ending, but, you know. It's interesting to think about. The government would be like... Reminds me of a song from Porter Robinson. Oh? A song? I don't know. I would want to know. You know why I would want to know? Because I would cease doing all responsible activities. Absolutely. If I knew that there was a, you know, existence-ending asteroid heading to the Earth and, you know, it was going to hit and it, like nobody was going to survive. The Earth wouldn't survive. You know, it would be blown in half. Yeah. I'm not paying my bills. That's exactly why they wouldn't tell us. Yeah, that's true. But man, how ticked off would you be if the government, if everyone knew like months before, because something that big you would know. What would be the right thing to do for an advanced civilization if they find an underdeveloped civilization? Don't interfere. I think it's like Nathan was saying about the penguins, you know? Like you go and you observe and you don't mess with them. Because if you mess with them, if you like, if you let them develop themselves, if you do anything, then, it's not a bad thing, I guess, if you, helped them along their way, but they didn't do it themselves. It would be like, people say that aliens built the pyramids, stuff like that. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that. I think the pyramids were built on the back of a lot of enslaved people, but that's neither here nor there. So then no civilizations would meet. All would have different levels of advancements. Oh. Or like you can only be friends with the kids in your grade kind of thing. Like you could, make friends with other civilizations if they were on your same level. But, it's unfortunate if the only other civilization you find is not on your level, That would be unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you should be, or you would be able to interfere. Would you even be able to communicate? I don't know. I wonder if aliens can. Sometimes all you can do is sit and watch. Us as humans have a hard time handling that. True. Very true. Us as humans have a hard time handling that. So, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if like aliens have already visited. What do you think about those people that say that they were abducted by aliens and like experimented on? It seems to come in waves. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to call somebody a liar. It's less likely that it's a true story, but could happen, I suppose. Like the aliens were sent here. What if the aliens did take the cows and experiment on the cows? What if the aliens were like, I want a burger? I hear the best way to get a burger is from a cow. Have any of them ever actually talked about the experiments? Yeah, I think so. I think they have. Like some people have like published stuff on it, like published books and stuff, like written about their experiences. The most famous one that I know of, there was a whole movie based around it. What was it called? Seems like a real roundabout way to get a burger. Fair. There's a movie called Fire in the Sky. And it's based on... Wait. It's based on a supposed alien abduction that happened. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, people publish stuff like about that, I don't know, but like, see, okay, here's the thing. If it did really happen, if you did really get, yanked up into a spaceship and poked and prodded and all that good stuff, who would actually believe you? Sadly. Like, even if it was like God's honest truth. It's just too, extreme. It's too, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that movie, I've never actually seen it, but, the cover of it used to scare me. I don't know. Too out there. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Speaking of burger, I could 1001% go for a Sonic burger. Just saying. Everything revolves around Sonic for me as far as fast food goes, because I'm from a small town and we didn't have a whole lot of choices. So when I think burger, I think Sonic. What about the difference in gravity, oxygen? Do aliens even breathe? Yeah, exactly. Those need to be accounted for if two species are to be within the same space. Exactly. So, just like things that we think of, to sustain human life. We don't know that it would sustain. Why can't I say that? We don't know that it would sustain. We we don't know that it would sustain alien life. You know, what even is an alien? It could be like a microbe or something. Goku and Vegeta in the gravity chamber. Yeah. Raising their Super Saiyan levels by about bazillion. Yeah. Have y'all seen the movie? What was it called? I think The Message? No. What was it called? Hold on. It was an alien movie. Like the spaceships came out of the sky, as they do, and they were like long, black. They looked like, I don't know, they were just long and black. And then they had to bring in a linguist to try to communicate with the aliens. Because she was like, you know, fluid. I guess she was like able to crack language. She was like a living Rosetta Stone, basically. So they brought in the linguist to crack the code. And like the aliens looked like these... Arrival! Thank you. Thank you. Yes. That. Like, you know, they couldn't leave their spaceship because, you know, they're not what, like their environment needed to be a certain way or something. Anyway, that's a cool movie. That, yeah, it was cool. It was so cool. Like the whole point was, you know, that a linguist could, you know, crack the code. Wispy tentacle aliens. Exactly. I find it hard to believe the U.S. developed a stealth aircraft in 1883 and China made the first non-American stealth craft in 2011. Oh, yeah, you know. Yeah, no. You never know. I don't know. Anyway, if y'all get a chance, watch Arrival. Or maybe we should watch it together. How long is it? Is it on Netflix? 2 hours. No, it's good. It's good. Like the whole, well, I'm not gonna say what the whole point was because I want you to watch the movie, but it was cool. Movie night. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I could figure out how to do movies on Discord. That would take a technical expertise that is beyond mine at the current point. My current tech civilization level has finally evolved to where I can, I figured out how to put emotes. I figured out the emotes. My tech Kardashev scale is like a 0. It's not there. But yeah, that's one of the reasons that I wanted to have a Discord server, is because I wanted to do things like movie nights or, you know, stuff like that. I think it would be fun. Especially because this month in February, I mentioned that there were a couple of national holidays. And on those holidays, hold on. One of them is next Wednesday. No, a civilization at like 0.2. I'm just now able to, you know, rub 2 sticks together to get fire. But anyway, yeah, there's a national holiday next Wednesday, which would be y'all's Tuesday. And Wednesday is not usually a live stream day, so rock tools, all the rage. Hey, so if I was in Age of Empires, I would be what? Still hunting and gathering? Yeah, no. It is what it is. I just, you know, I'm not a techie person. I'm not, which is ironic because now I am a internet cat, but I'm not a techie person. It doesn't, you know, you don't have to be here long to figure that out. It is what it is. Unfortunately. I did Google this morning. I went on a Googling rampage for why is OBS so laggy? You know, opinions on Area 51. Where there's smoke, there's fire? I don't know. I could see it going both ways. I could see Area 51 being, you know, it was a test site. There's nothing alien there. It was just the government testing all the places, you know, all of the airplanes, all of the new technology, and there's literally no aliens there. Or, you know, it could be the Area 52. It could be, you know, the other thing, you know. I don't know. Area what? Tonopah. Ooh. Oh man, you know, I'm Googling all this crazy crap. I'm gonna get flagged. They're gonna be like, that cat. She knows something. Get her. I think Area 52 is sort of a decoy. Okay, they're hiding alien info somewhere else. Welcome to the list. Please tell me there's punch and pie. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of the opinion. I feel like if there were alien life out there, then the government probably, you know, knows or has had contact, or there has been contact, or, you know, something. I just find it really hard to believe, you know, that the government wouldn't know anything if there was, you know? IMO. Allegedly, supposedly, do not come for me. Do not come for me. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard. I didn't say it. I think the Grand Canyon is more suspicious. Oh, there's a large area where you can't approach even by helicopter. That's interesting. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Actually. It's kind of far. Well, it's far for y'all too. America's big. For legal purposes, anything Noah says is for entertainment purposes. Yes, yes. Maybe I should start my streams that way, with that statement. For legal purposes, anything said today is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken seriously. Should not be taken as advice. If you need real advice, please seek, you know, a professional. I don't, not me. Yeah, I don't know. I think the people who know stuff, and I don't think they're gonna tell the rest of us. That's what I think. That's my official opinion. Don't try this at home, kids. True. Like, I feel like government, like, world. Oh gosh. Okay. I feel like world governments are very good at getting us to look in the opposite direction from, you know, what's actually happening. I feel like governments are very good at distracting the public with something shiny instead of looking, you know, at the real, or not the real issue, because they're both real issues, but you know, I just feel like the government's really good at distracting. What if Noah does know stuff but is playing innocent? What if? Yes. I know things. I know the things. All of the things. Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, I think a lot of things. Anyway, this morning, okay, we're gonna topic hop again. This morning, I went down a Google rabbit hole spree for trying to figure out why OBS, VTube Studio, and all of that is so laggy on a Mac. And it turns out it's because I have to use a plugin for my Mac. Joe Rogan has interviewed some pilots who swear they've seen UFO when flying. Yeah, I've seen footage of that. Like the supposed, like the footage taken by pilots. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, I have to use a plugin. It's called NDI. to get my VTube model to show up in OBS. And because of that, it's all of the extra processing. Yeah, anyway. Mac. In other words, it's Mac. It's because Mac. She proving us. No. Hold on. Too much is happening. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. So, don't look at my mouth too closely. It's just going to be laggy. And it depends on how many background apps I have open. Basically. And I can't close Steam because you need Steam to run VTube Studio. That takes up a lot of GPU. Yeah. So I try not to have too many tabs open because the more tabs I have open, the laggier I get. Which is why I don't have Discord open at this current moment. Because it would be laggy. Bitty laggy. I want to open up the Gundam wiki and talk about Gundam, but I'm afraid to open any tabs because I'm sort of moving okay today. So, no Gundam wiki for me. I don't know. Sometimes she goes, like if I look down, she goes a little crazy. I know. I want to talk about Gundam. I want to talk about Char. Char. But no Gundam for me. Nope. I don't know. Yeah, she gets weird when I look down. My eyes get weird when I try to. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. Would you rather have a Gundam? Would you rather live in the Gundam world or would you rather live in like the Evangelion world? Because if you lived in the Gundam universe, like, okay, there's basically two options if you live in the Gundam universe. Did you see Quicksilver's board at the top? Oh. I didn't see that. No. Gundam? Easy? Not Eva? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but see, okay, if you live in the Gundam world, you're going to have to, okay, are you going to be an Earth person, an Earthnoid, or a Space Noid? And if you're either or, okay, yeah, Gundam, since all the problems are man-made versus Eva Angels, yeah. Doesn't the Eva universe get hit with literal 30? Yeah. The Eva universe gets, like, the Earth just gets, yeah. There's no, okay, they finally made a sort of happy ending, for Eva. We finally got a sort of happy ending with the newest bout of movies, but I don't really think there's a happy ending for the Eva universe, to be honest with you. At least with Gundam, I don't know, at least I was gonna say at least with Gundam, there's a chance at a happy ending, but is there? If you live in Australia, probably not. But then, like, Gundam depends on the timeline too, because Gundam is like interwoven timelines, right? Interwoven parallel timelines, kind of what we were talking about earlier. I don't know. So if you lived in Gundam, or if you lived in the Gundam world, where would you live? Would you be on on space, or would you be on the Earth? Then would you join the military? Negative. Oh, we're getting real laggy now. What did I do to make it so laggy? It's gotten worse. The lag has gotten worse. I haven't touched anything. Why is it worse? I didn't touch anything. I'm just look displeased. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I think if I had to choose an anime world to live in, I would just go live in the Sailor Moon world. Because if I wasn't, a main character, I would be blissfully ignorant to all of the, you know, crap that's happening. Mac, it's just too many translation layers and too little direct memory access and other tech. There you go. That's exactly. Earth still seems pretty okay. Realistically, I'd probably just want to keep my head down and survive. True. True. Just don't get involved. Don't get involved. Don't tell me anything. Don't let me see anything. I don't want to know anything. Just let me do my regular job stuff. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to hear anything. What red comment? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Nah, I would live in the Sailor Moon universe. Totally, because I would absolutely be a background character and I would be oblivious to all of the crap that went down. I would know nothing Jon Snow. And it would be totally okay with me. Like, I want to say try to be a Gundam pilot, but they run through those like nobody's business. True. The turnaround rate for Gundam pilots is probably pretty high. The turnover rate for the military is really high. Like, not even pilots. And also, to be a isekai turn just to live your life again, it's wild, right? Sailor, poor Suki. I don't know. In order to be a Gundam pilot, don't you also have to be like 14? Yeah, the average lifespan of pilots is 16. Exactly. So, you don't live long, and you start young. This is terrible place to be. No. I would much prefer, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with the world, well, with my current trajectory in life, I think. I'm kind of okay with that. Just too big of a risk for isekai. Too big of a risk. You know. Anime world's too big of a risk. Unless it's like one of those fluffy high school romance animes. Like, I could go for that. I could. I think that would be fun. I don't know. Would it though? If you could go back to being a child with your current knowledge, like all of the stuff you know about the world now, everything, like it's like you literally just get reborn again in the exact same life, would you, make different decisions? So in Gundam and Eva pilots all that, yes. Yeah. Eva pilots do not. So yeah, no, it's all about junior high school age children. I'd make different decisions with like all of our memories. Yes, all of your memories, everything, you know, all of the things. Yeah. Would I make different decisions? Because then I wouldn't be where I am right now if I made different decisions. I don't think I would. Well, I might do some things differently. Like, are we starting over or rewind? Maybe rewind. Maybe rewind is the better word for it. Or learn the guitar, piano, and dance. Nice. Support the arts. 100%. Absolutely. I was always a little shy with my likes, so I never told my mom I wanted any of these. Oh. Okay, so you would go back and be more, like, assertive, basically. I want to do this stuff. I might study harder. I might study harder. Yeah, different decisions. So much more comfortable with who I am now versus growing up. I don't know if I would make, like, if I would classify it as different decisions or if I would just do things better. Does that make sense? Like, I would try to study harder. You know, things like that. I would put more effort into the things that I did. Definitely. Stuff like that. I don't know, because it's difficult to say because, you know, if you had to go back and start over, then that means that everything you have now is gone. That means the people in your life, all of it. One of the song artists I listened to just dropped an album and I got notified for every song. You're a super fan. Super fan. Wouldn't making different decisions change the future present, and wouldn't your knowledge start to be less and less valid? Ow. Perhaps. Perhaps it would. Perhaps it would. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. If it didn't, yeah, see, I don't necessarily want to change things. It's just, you know, they could be better. They could be better. I could have done more. I could have, you know, spent more time with this person or studied harder in this class. Stuff like that. I would have enjoyed spending more time with my grandma. I think. Learning more, you know, about her life growing up and stuff. It's wild. It is wild to me to think that my grandmother lived from, you know, basically the first cars, the first space flight, the first air flight, World War II. Like, just all of these wild, wild things that happened. And seeing and hearing, I don't know. Wouldn't that be crazy to live through all of that? I think it'd be wild. And I'd get more recipes. Could definitely get more recipes. Well, I don't know. I would like to spend more time with her. And I would like to apply myself more. I think. I don't know. Overall, I'm pretty happy. So, you know. But I am hungry right now, though. Goodness gracious. You know what I could go for? From barely having light bulbs to seeing the advent of AI. It's wild indeed. Exactly. Exactly. Isn't that crazy? I'm hungry. I want chicken nuggies. Somebody bring me chicken nuggies. I demand chicken nuggies. Popcorn? No, chicken nuggies. I am in the mood for chicken nuggies. I should like McDonald's. I think. I don't know. Is McDonald's doing anything special back in the States? Like, does McDonald's do seasonal stuff back home? I don't remember. Time to wander to the Golden Arches. I'm just gonna call Uber. You know, I could at least get myself up and out to go to McDonald's. If I'm going to eat McDonald's, I could at least make myself go there. What element would everyone want to control if you didn't have to limit yourself to earth, water, fire? I don't know. What element? Okay. Light? Another artist just dropped a song. They don't really, outside of like Shamrock Shakes. Okay. So right now, what do we got? Let's look. McDonald's menu. McDonald's menu. What do we got? Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got a New York double meat beef patty burger. And it's only, they only put the word New York in it because it's big. This is an American size something. Light is a good choice. Really? Yeah, I would use light because there's so much you can do with that. Heck yeah, beef it up. That's what I'm talking about. Then we have teriyaki. We have spicy chicken nugget. Ooh, spicy chicken nuggies. Spicy chicken nuggies. Then we have, what do we have? Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Oh, yappy. It is incredibly dangerous to look at the McDonald's menu right now. Closing. I'm closing that. There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see. And what about you, Jolly? What element would you use? I don't know. I figure with light, I might be able to move really fast too. You know, like travel at the speed of light. If I could control light, then I could be light, is my thinking. And if I could do that, then I could just go home and grab Chick-fil-A. Lightning. Cool. What would you do with your lightning powers? Would you do good or evil? Blow stuff up or light stuff up? I guess. I don't know. I would want light. It would be nice to have gotta be an anti-hero. Okay, so anti-hero like of the flavor of like Deadpool? Or like... Would you consider Gilgamesh an anti-hero? Like in FGO Babylonia? Maybe. In that one specifically. Space seems like a good choice. Cool. If you control light and travel at the speed of light, wouldn't you start meddling with time and space themselves? Probably. Knowing my luck, I would like move at the speed of light and like hit like a dust particle and splatter. Okay, I don't intend to kill, but I don't intend to use my powers only to save. Okay. Okay. So you can do a little bit of destruction. A little bit of deviance. Cool. Yeah. I can get behind that. What would you do? What would you do with space, Nathan? I think I just want Chick-fil-A. I think that's sad. I started out wanting chicken nuggets, and now I want Chick-fil-A. Well, I imagine it's like some Speed Force thing, you know? Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want a chicken sandwich. Someone bring me a chicken sandwich. Yeah, and if I move at the speed of light, don't let me hit anything. You can't get that. The torture. I want Chick-fil-A. I want Chick-fil-A. Sad. Sad cat. Like it's not gonna let your element fight against you as it usually... Okay, yeah, true. Now I'm wondering if we should Uber or DoorDash some nuggies. Nuggies! Nuggies. I'll get them later. Or maybe I'll just, you know, deal with popcorn. Popcorn sounds good. Anything sounds good at this point. I'm hungry. Hungry! I'm swiveling again in my chair too. Well, I don't know. I feel like we've covered the topics. We have covered the topics. I just wanted to yap. I wanted to yap about all the things. Popcorn. Yeah. Popcorn chicken. Okay. Yeah. Like how you think. Or objects instead. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a cool one. So does that mean like I could like use that power to get me a Chick-fil-A sandwich? Or some nuggies? Is that what I'm hearing? I think that would be what I would use that power for. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Jesus. All right, well, probably gonna wrap up shortly because my stomach is growling aggressively. Growling aggressively. I didn't really have like a, you know, a set pattern that I wanted to, you know, do today. Like I didn't, you know, not at all. I didn't want to like have a set plan for today's stream. I just wanted to, you know, yap at my stream of consciousness. I did want to talk about aliens. That's like the one thing I did want to talk about. But other than that, no, I just kind of let, you know, things do as they would. So in the future, if I do like a Zatzdam or, you know, anything like that, this is probably what it's going to be like. There's not going to be There's not gonna be any rhyme or reason to it. No notes for stream. Aliens? Question mark. Yes. I finished a Costco chicken, now having caramel pop. Oh! I'm hungry. I'm wondering if we were in a simulation made by aliens. Or cats. We could be. We could be. You know, there's theories that we do live in a simulation. And you know, I know The Matrix is old. I know the movie The Matrix is old. But it's like at least the first trilogy. Like the 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? You could just do the first one. But it's still a valid question. Like, are we really just human batteries in an AI robot simulation? And if you were Neo, wait, have y'all seen The Matrix? Like, I know it's old, but I feel like everybody's seen The Matrix. No? Like, even the youngins, I feel like the youngins have seen The Matrix. Just cause, right? Cause like everybody's seen the, no? Anyway, so like the bigger question is, do you want to know? That's what I was getting at. Do you want to know? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I want to stay asleep in my little battery pod, eating my steak in the simulation, and don't tell me otherwise. I've seen breakdowns of it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, you know, you don't need to actually sit down and watch it, just like the basic premises of it. I saw it recently and it made more sense as an adult. Exactly. Ignorance is bliss. Exactly. What was that dude's name? The steak dude? I'm telling you, put me to freaking sleep. Do not wake me up. Do not wake me up. I would be so mad. So mad. I don't care. Cypher steak. Yes, Cypher. That's who it was. Exactly. Yes, yes. I don't care. I do not wake me up. Do not wake me up. Let me sleep in my simulation. I don't care if my Matrix is all sorts of glitchy. I'll reboot. It's fine. We're good. We're good here. We're good. Yeah, I'd be ticked. How about y'all? Would you want to know? No, I absolutely would not want to know. Because in that terrible, terrible actual world that they live in, where they have to eat like gruel for meals, and it looks like, oh god, it's terrible. That's not Chick-fil-A. That's not chicken nuggies. Leave me with my coffee and my chicken nuggies. You'd want to know. Ooh, interesting. Why would you want to know, Jolly? That's interesting. I definitely would not want to know. I would be happily in my little bliss bubble with steak. And ramen. Oh my god, ramen sounds good. Ramen sounds real good. Oh god. Young blonde, I want to fight for humanity. Older blonde, can you program me more sleep, please? Yes! Yes, yes, yes. What if we are just a computer program? Not even batteries. I'm okay with it. Can I still have steak? I'm okay with it. You know what? Because even if the steak that I'm eating is, you know, it's a program, my brain or my program tells me that it tastes like steak and it looks like steak. I'm dumb. I don't know any different. And I'm good with it. I don't know. I guess I just want to be able to know that I'm in the real world. Oh, yeah. But see, once you know, there's no going back. Can't they go back to the world, have a bowl of ramen, and log out? I guess they could. I guess you could. Yeah, let's look at the whole port in the back of your neck where you stab the thing in your neck and you, like, go online. One alien trips over the cord of the computer, we're over. Wouldn't that just be the way? Wouldn't that just be the way? That's just how it is. They can go back. That was the whole deal Cypher made. Yeah. Yeah. But like, you can go back, but like once you know, I don't know. I don't want to be woken up. I want to, he wanted the Matrix back. Yeah, I would too. Because even if the thing that I'm eating is not a steak, like it's just a computer program, my dumb little ant brain thinks it is. And I'm okay with that. You know? Give me my stick. I'm totally okay with that. I don't know, Jelly, I don't think I would want to. Yeah, if it's real to you, it's real. Yeah, exactly. Is that what schizophrenia is like? I don't know. Man, I'm real laggy. Jeez. I don't know. Maybe we should watch The Matrix. Yeah, I'm real laggy. Like super, super laggy. And I haven't changed anything. Nothing is different. It just is what it is. I wish I could launch VTube Studio without opening Steam. That might help. I don't know. There's literally nothing else I can close. I digress. Alright, I even closed Chrome. Nope, nothing is open in the background. Not a thing. We're just slow motion. Oh my gosh. You know what the song Smoke on the Water? Smoke on the water, the fire in the sky. I guess it was like a cover band. Their name was Slow Motion Walter. And the reason their name was Slow Motion Walter is because they misheard Smoke on the Water and thought it said Slow Motion Walter, the fire engine guy. Excellent. Imagine getting unplugged and now knowing your entire family and friends were fake all... Oh my god. That would be terrible. If the brain can make myself believe what I'm eating, I hope the popcorn in front of me can taste like steak. There you go. Only random strangers assigned to you by chance. Ugh. Yeah, misheard lyrics are great. You know that, what is that song? Anthony. Street light people. That song? I used to get so confused because I thought it was like streetlight people were a thing. Streetlight people? Like, I was like, what are streetlight people? What are streetlight people? I didn't like it. Smoke on the water, the fire in the sky. Yeah, don't stop believing. Streetlight people. Yeah, I didn't listen to Grease today, actually. But now that I said that, the song went raging back through my brain. I solve my problems and I see the light. Too laggy for singing, I think. Goodness gracious. Alright, well, I'm laggy as heck, and I do not know why. I don't know what is happening. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. The sad thing is that even if I ran VTube Studio on the Windows computer that I have, it would be worse than this. So, anyway, we're gonna wrap up for today. I gotta go to work anyway. We've been yapping for a while. You know. Oh my god. There's a... Okay, wait. I'm talking. There's like a 4-second delay. Yeah, silly streams are fun. If I could fix the lag, I'd stay longer. But I don't know how to fix the lag, and this is driving me crazy. You drive me crazy. Have a good Friday. Yeah. Tomorrow for baseball. Finally do the dishes. Go do the dishes. Have a good day. Good night, everybody. Tomorrow is baseball. Take me out to the ball game. I was supposed to fix my 3D printer while here in Noa Yap. I ended up doing stuff. Oh, well. Sorry. I'm glad you enjoyed it. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Otoneko. Bye-bye. Otoneko. Bye-bye.